Kimber. A little bit farther back this time so you can see my arms in the air when I'm standing. So today let's start seated. So you can do that cross-legged position if you'd like, or come into hero's pose with your hands on top of your thighs. If this is too much for you, keep your knees together. Take a block. Place it underneath your hips. Go ahead, sit down that way. You can always do 2 blocks too. So go ahead, just settle in. Find your nice comfortable seat. Roll the shoulders back and down. Pull the rib cage in, lift through the belly, lift the spine. Stack the vertebrae one on top of the other. Keep the shoulders over the hips. The tailbone and the pelvis are in a neutral position, so they should press firmly into the legs or the heels of the feet. Relax the shoulders away from the ears. Open the heart, open the collarbone. If the ears are sticking out in front of you, go ahead, pull them back till they're right over the shoulders, and then slightly tuck your chin and lift out of the crown of the head. And everybody, go ahead and exhale wherever you're at. And start to inhale through the nose for 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold at the top for 4, 3, 2, 1. And exhale through the nose for 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold at the top for 4, 3, 2, 1. And exhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale through the nose for 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold at the top for 4, 3, 2, 1. And exhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale through the nose. So continue to breathe on your own. You can make the count longer to maybe a 6 or an 8 count. You can add a hold at the bottom as well as the top, or you can let go of the holds altogether. Feeling your rib cage expand with every inhale. And the shoulders relax with every exhale. Still pulling the belly button into the spine, relaxing the shoulders but lifting towards the sky or the ceiling. Starting to let go of doubt, regrets, anxiety, fear. Feeling as though every time we let go, our shoulders feel a little bit lighter. And we really focus on the breath going through the body. Our thoughts start to still. Our mind starts to become calm and quiet. And just start to inhale feelings of joy, love, happiness, gratitude, compassion. And if you'd like, you can bring your hands to your heart. Maybe press the thumbs into the chest. Roll the shoulders back towards one another, hugging the spine. And if you'd like, you can dedicate your practice to somebody who needs a little bit more positive energy, or maybe set an intention for your class. This doesn't have to be life-changing. It can if you want it to be. But it could be something as simple as following your breath throughout the next practice, next pose. Slowing down. And then go ahead, bring your arms alongside your body. Have the palms facing forward. Reach the shoulder blades back and down. Keep the ribs pulling in like a corset. Lift out of the belly. Relax the face. Relax the breath. Inhale, lift your arms high. Keep the shoulders on the body. Shoulders away from the ears. Arms are nice and straight and long. Pull the belly in. And bring the hands together. Interlace the fingers. Reach the palms high. Try and straighten out the elbows if you can. Shoulders back and down, lifting out of the belly. Feel that stretch here. Really trying to straighten the elbows, relax the face, open the throat a little bit. And then bring the arms forward, round the spine, tuck the chin down, and start to stretch out the shoulder blades away from one another. Pull the belly button into the spine. And then inhale, lift back up. Relax the shoulders back and down. Bring the arms behind you. And either grab onto your strap, grab onto the strap with both hands, or interlace the fingers. Reach the shoulders back and down. If you can, keep the palms together. And go ahead, inhale. Lift the arms if you can. Have that nice back bend going on. We're opening the heart. We're pressing it forward. Shoulders roll back. Collarbone opens here. Keep the ears over the shoulders and breathe. So we're doing the opposite of what we just did. Now we're opening the heart and closing the shoulder blades. This is a symbol of spreading love, of giving love, having an open heart. And go ahead, release the hands. Bring the hands back onto the knees. Swing the feet to the left, hips to the right. Come down to your sit bones. Bring your feet forward. Place the sole of the feet on the mat. Roll the inner thighs down. You can either keep your hands behind your thighs or reach the arms forward. Fingertips pointing forward. Roll the shoulders back. Lift the heart. And then from there, inhale. And exhale, lower all the way down. One vertebrae at a time. Tuck the chin into the chest. The back of the head's the last thing to touch the mat. Stay here. Start to walk the left foot in towards the glute. Keep the toes in and they feel out. We tend to open up our feet here. We want to keep them nice and parallel. Take the right foot. Keep the foot flexed. Cross that ankle over the left thigh. And then go ahead, if you can, stay here, pressing the right thigh away. You can keep the head, neck, and shoulders rested, but you can press the right thigh away and then start to pull the right ankle in towards the body. So from here, if you keep that left leg from crossing the midline of the body, interlace the fingers behind the left thigh and start to keep the left foot flexed and pull the left thigh into the body. Relax the shoulders, relax the face. Use the right elbow to press the right knee away. So we're opening up the hips here, the outer hips. Stretching the low back. Try to keep the low back on the mat if you can. And go ahead, lower the left foot down. Keep that right foot across the left side of that leg. Lift and shift the hips to the right. Bring the arms in a T shape and let the knees fall to the left. If you like, you can turn your head and look to the right. And breathe. Let the hip open up, let the low back open up, the quad. Then inhale, come back to center. Use your core. And exhale, lower the left foot down. Lower the right foot down. Flex the left foot, cross it over the right thigh, and start to open up that hip. So from here, you can use that left arm to press the left knee away, keeping the left foot flexed. Or if you'd like, you can bring your fingers, interlace them behind the right thigh, keep the right foot flexed, and start to bring the right leg into the body. Use the left elbow to press that left thigh away. Both feet stay flexed and at a 90 degrees with the knees. Relax the shoulders, open the heart, relax the jaw, relax the forehead, and breathe. And then go ahead, release the right leg down. Keep the left foot going to the right side of that leg. The right leg. Keep the arms in the T shape with the palms facing down. Lift and shift the hips to the left and let the knees fall over to the right. If you like, you can take your head, face it to the left. So if your shoulders and your knees are fighting to touch the mat, let the shoulders win. Those are the foundation of this pose. It's not about getting the knees to the mat. It's about wringing out the spine, wringing out the organs, detoxifying, opening up the hips. And then one more breath. Inhale, lift the legs back to center. Lower the left leg down. Bring the knees into the chest. Give yourself a hug. Take 3 cleansing breaths here. Going slow, opening up the body. And rock from side to side for your last breath. And go ahead, cross at the ankles or the shins. Grab onto the shins or the peace fingers around the big toes. You can grab onto the ankles and inhale. Rock up 3 times. And come all the way up to a seated position. Bring the legs forward here. Hips back. Press the sit bones back and away. Take your big toes together, heels about 1 inch apart. Really lift the heart, press the hands down. Roll the triceps forward. Bring the heart forward, keep the ribs in, and lift the crown of the head. Maybe you straighten out the back of the knees so much your heels lift off the mat. Bring the shoulders back, the ears back. Engage the core, rotate those inner thighs down. And then inhale, lift the arms high. Keep the shoulders on the back. Breathe here. So you can just start to inhale and exhale, walk your hands down your legs and stay here. Lifting with your heart, always leading with the heart. We're trying to elongate the back, the low back. Or you can take your strapper around the ball mounds of the feet. Inhale, lift and like an exhale. Bring the elbows out to the side. Keep the feet flexed here. And breathe. Or if you'd like, take your peace fingers around your big toes and then bend your elbows out to the side. Or maybe take your hands around your feet. Inhale, lift and lengthen. And then exhale, fold. We're trying to get the chin to the shin, so we don't want to round the spine. We want to stay nice and long, lifting the elbows, pressing the back of the knees down. Breathe. One more deep breath, letting go. Inhale. Lift the leg, or lift the heart. Keep that back nice and long. Bring the right foot in. Have the knee coming out, so we have a nice 90-degree angle here. Keep the left foot flexed. Rotate the rib cage over the left leg. Start to walk the hands down the legs. So there's always the option of the strap wherever we are in these folding poses. Or you can take your hands around the foot. Maybe if you're open enough, you lift and lengthen and grab onto your left wrist and fold that way. Another nice thing, if you're a beginner here or you're tight, keep the block under your hips the long way. It'll lift your hips, and then from there, it's easier to fold forward. Pressing the back of the knee down, rotating the left inner thigh in. Keep dropping the right knee. Inhale, walk the hands up and switch sides. So right foot straight, I'm going to stay on the block for this one. Left leg out to the side. The right inner thigh is rotating down. We keep that right foot nice and flexed. Let the left knee open up here. Rotate the rib cage over the right thigh. Inhale, lift here. Exhale, lead with the heart coming down, grabbing onto the foot wherever you can, and breathe. Taking 4 deep breaths here, really press the knee down, the inner left, or the inner right thigh down. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Notice how your hamstrings are feeling. Notice how your hips are feeling. I love hamstrings and hips right after a run. Go ahead, take the right foot in. We want to get the right heel as close as we can to the right glute. We want about a fist distance between our foot and our leg. Keep rotating that left leg down, flexing the foot. Inhale, lengthen the spine, and exhale. You can take your left arm around the right leg and just hug it in and twist and look over that right shoulder. You can bring the right arm down behind you to twist. You can take the left tricep to the outside of the right leg and twist here. Or if you'd like to bind, take your left arm forward, flip the palm back, reach around, bring the right hand around. Keep the left foot flexed. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, twist. And you can do all of this without the block. One more breath wherever you are, pressing the right foot into the mat. Inhale, come forward. Exhale, straighten out the right leg, bend the left knee, and so this one I'll demonstrate off the block. Keep the right inner thigh rotating down, lift and lengthen here. Both feet are pressing firmly towards the mat or towards the front of the mat. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, you can bring that right hand around the left shin. Hug here, have the left hand on the left hip. Look over the left shoulder. You can bring your left arm down and look over the left shoulder. You can take that right tricep in front of the left thigh and open up. And you can also take the right hand forward, flip the palm back, reach around. Grab onto your left hand, lift, lengthen, and twist. Really lift from the spine. And inhale, come forward. Exhale, release here. Bring the feet forward. We're going to do that forward fold one more time. Bring the sit bones back, already be tilting forward. Inhale, lift the arms and lengthen. And then exhale, find your edge with the strap of your feet grabbing onto your wrist. Inhale, lengthen. And exhale, fold for 3 breaths. Inhale, lift the heart. Bring the feet back towards your body. Cross with the ankles or the shins, round forward. Place the wrists right under the shoulders, the knees under the hips, index fingers forward, thumbs face one another. I like my feet flat on the mat and behind my knees so that I can't see them. Or you can tuck the feet, tuck the toes if that feels good. So go ahead, look straight down, have that nice long flat back. Find a neutral position here. Tuck the tailbones towards the back heels, pull the belly button into the spine, rotate the triceps forward. Inhale here. And exhale. Don't mind the bugs again. Inhale, lift the heart, lift the tailbone, drop the belly, gaze up. Exhale, round the spine. Push the spine towards the sky, tuck the tailbone down and gaze towards the belly button. Inhale to lift the heart, lift the tailbone, drop the belly. Exhale, tuck the chin, round the spine. Tailbone comes down, head is the last thing to come down. 2 more. Inhale. Pull your heart through your shoulders, press into your fingertips. Exhale, round the spine, press away from the mat, away from gravity. One more time, inhaling love. Exhaling good health. Inhale, come forward to that neutral spine. And then tuck the toes, press back to down dog. So you might have to walk your feet back a little bit. Get that nice long down dog. Press the heels behind the second and third toes, even if they don't reach the mat today. Rotate your triceps forward, your biceps towards the sky. Press into your index finger and kind of grip the mat with all your fingertips. Lift the tailbone high. Press the heart through the shoulders. Bring the rib cage in. Inner thighs spiral back. Elongate the back of the knees. And breathe. And then go ahead, inhale, lift high on the balls of the feet. The heels come over the toes. Exhale, bend the knees, drop the heels to the right. Come into a variation of twisting dog. Inhale, lift back to center. Straighten the legs, heels high. Exhale, heels to the left. Bend the knees, drop the hips, and twist. 2 more of those. Inhale, lift to center. Exhale, heels and hips to the right. Inhale to center. Exhale, the heels and hips to the left. Keep pressing the heart back. Keep the arms straight. Inhale to center. Exhale to the right. Stay engaged here. Inhale to center. And exhale to the left. Inhale to center. High on the balls of the feet. Heels are high. Exhale, lower the heels towards the mat. Press the hips high. Knees are nice and straight. Belly button's lifting towards the sky. Rib cage is lifting towards the belly button. Inhale, look forward. And exhale, walk or hop to the top of your mat. Take your heels underneath your hips and fold here. Grabbing opposite elbows, just sway side to side. Bend the knees if the hamstring or low back is tight. And then go ahead, bring your hands behind you, interlace the fingers, or grab onto your strap. Keep the palms touching if you can. Let the head hang. Lift the arms high. Keep the shoulders away from the ears, and then start to fold forward. Reaching the crown of the head towards the ground, leaning the weight forward into the heels. 1 more breath. And then bring the hands back to the low back. Change the way you have the grip on your hand, so the opposite thumb is on top. It's a little bit more unnatural. Lift the hands, lift the palms, roll the shoulders back and down. And then exhale, fold, release the head. Lift the sit bones high, pull the belly button into the spine. One more breath, using your imagination to get a little deeper. Inhale, come up. Bring your hands to your hips. Get a nice long flat back. Pull your belly button into your spine. Open the heart here. Gaze forward. Elbows can be backing up. Come back to your intention. Letting go is an early morning stretch for me. Opening up the body very slowly. And then bend the knees. Inhale, come all the way up to standing. So go ahead, find mountain pose or Tadasana. Keep the heels underneath the hips. Roll the shoulders back and down. Press the thighs forward. Bring the weight back. So if you're leaning forward, pull the hips back. Press into the big toe mountain. Lift the toes. Find all 4 corners of your feet. If your pelvis is tucking out, go ahead and bring it down. If it's tucking forward, pull it back. So you want that nice long low back. Rib cage isn't sticking out. You want it in. Arms are down, nice and long. Roll the triceps forward, palms forward, and then keep the triceps where they are and just bring the hands back. Shoulders go back and down. Lower the toes 1 at a time. The ears are forward. Go ahead, bring them back. Relax the shoulders, lift the heart, and breathe. Bring your hands to your heart. Open up the chest. Thumbs plug into the heart. Notice your body, how it feels. Stay where you are. 2 more breaths. Engage yourself. So this pose is as turned on as you want it to be. Lift out the crown of the head towards the sky. See how you feel. Inhale, lift the arms high. And exhale, bring the hands together, bring them to your heart. One more time. Inhale, lift the arms high, engage the legs. Exhale, bring them to the heart. Inhale, lift the arms high, palms touch. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale to a long, flat back. So you have your hands on your shins, lifting the heart, or the hands down. Exhale, just step the right foot back. Runner's lunge. So you can always drop the right knee down. Let's all start with the right knee drop down. So keep the left knee in front, or the left knee behind or on top of the left ankle. We don't want it in front of it. We don't want to pull anything. Keep pressing the right hip down. Keep the right toes tucked for right now, just to feel that action of rotating the right hip forward. Lift the heart, drop the hips. If you need blocks here, lots of levels to blocks, and it feels really good to keep dropping the hips. Inhale here. Exhale, straighten the left leg. So options here, blocks. You can keep the left toes on the ground, pulling the right hip forward. Don't let it jet out to the side. I want to keep the hips in line here. You can lift the left toes, still keeping the hips in line. Keep their left femur bone pressing back into the hip joint. Or you can also have the right foot untucked, sit all the way back down. Stay here. Maybe fold over. Whichever way feels good for you. You can get rid of the blocks. You cannot. Keep breathing wherever you are. Even when I'm talking, keep breathing. I'm just here to guide you. It's up to you to make your own practice, to breathe into it, to know it is a yoga practice, not a yoga perfect. One more breath, folding here. So inhale, lengthen. Exhale, deepen. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, come forward, walk the hands forward. Tuck the back toes, find that full runner's lunge. And go ahead, press back to plank. Inhale here. Exhale, chaturanga all the way to the mat. Stay strong in the arms. Untuck the toes. Inhale, lift to just a baby cobra. First one of the day. Take 3 breaths here. Opening the heart, roll the shoulders back and down, lift the chin, lift the collarbone. Keep the inner thighs rotating towards the sky. And exhale, lower down. Either keep the knees on the ground, press up to a modified plank, arms in nice and tight, elbows squeezing the rib cage, or tuck the toes, lift the knees, engage the legs. At the bottom of your exhale, press up to plank. And then we'll all meet in down dog. And breathe. Inhale, lift the left heel high. Pressing the leg back. Keep the hip in line with the right hip. And then as you exhale, bring the knee into the chest. Step the left foot in between the hands. Drop the right foot down again. And this time, untuck the right toes. Bring the right hip forward. Press the left hand into the mat inside that left foot. Right hand comes on top of the thigh and start to stack the shoulders. Keep pulling the right hip forward, left hip back. From there, you can take your hand to your low back. Make sure your hips are nice and level and reach. Or you can bring your left arm high and open up here. And breathe. One more breath. And then bring the left hand down, frame that left foot. Tuck the right toes. We're going to step that left foot back again. Inhale and plank, or you can drop the knees. Exhale, lower all the way to the mat. Inhale the cobra, maybe coming higher, but really press the heart up. Don't crunch the low back. And then exhale, lower down. So you can tuck the toes or stay on the knees, but press up to your version of a plank, wherever you're at today. And then exhale, down dog. 2 breaths, rotating the inner thighs back, lifting the hips, pressing the heart towards the thighs. lowering the heels. Inhale, lift the right heel high. Keep the hips square, press through that right heel. Exhale, bring the knee into the chest, step the right foot in between the hands. Runner's lunge. Keep rotating that left hip down. And then lower onto the left knee, untuck the toes. Stay here, bring your blocks forward. I'm going to show this version without blocks, so do what you need to do. There's 3 versions or 3 heights for the block. You can have your hands down, heart lifting, shoulders opening here. And then find your version of half split. So pressing the hips back, keeping the toes down. We're still lengthening through the heart. Lifting the foot. Keep the hips square. Right foot faces forward, flat like we were against something. Or go ahead, scoot the hips back. Press onto that left leg. Turn your body over the right leg and fold. Find your version, whatever feels good for you. One more breath, really letting go. Inhale, come up. Exhale, walk that right foot forward. Press into the hands. Step back to full plank. Or you can tuck the left toes, come into runner's lunge. And then you can press back into full plank or take the right knee back. For modified plank. Inhale here. Exhale, chaturanga, all the way to the belly. Inhale, cobra. Roll the shoulders back and down. Lift the heart, lift the chest. Exhale, come forward. Either tuck the toes or keep the knees on the mat. Inhale, press up. And exhale, down dog. Two breaths. Inhale, lift the right heel high. Keep lifting it. Lower the left heel down. Exhale, step the left foot in between the hands. Or the right foot in between the hands. Bring the left hand to the inside of that right foot. Right hand on the right thigh. And start to twist here. So really press away from the mat with the left hand. Keep the ears in line with the shoulders. Shoulders stack. And then if you want, right hand can go onto the low back. Or maybe in the air. And gaze up towards that hand. Opening your heart, opening your mind. Still letting go of your to-do list. Letting go of your day, your week. Bring your right hand back down to the thigh. Frame the right foot. And go ahead. Step the right foot back. Inhale here. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, lift the heart, lift the spine. Exhale, lower down. Tap the forehead to the mat. Go ahead. Bring the right cheek to the mat. Big toes together, heels fall apart, arms come alongside the body, palms face up. And just relax, let your neck stretch out. Letting go of any stories. Most of us go through our day telling stories about ourselves to ourselves. Just kind of let those stories go. Create some space to make new stories. Create some space to make new memories. And breathe. Go ahead, inhale, come back to center. Bring the arms forward. Walk the right hand underneath the left. Palm faces down. Walk the left hand over the right. So your arms might not be as far as mine, and that's fine. But just kind of level out the shoulders. And then from here, let your chin hang and rest on your left tricep and breathe. If you need a little bit more sensation, tuck your toes and press yourself forward. And then drop your neck, drop your head. Coming back to that imagination after you created space. Imagination is more important than education. So allow yourself to have time here to just think about what you want. All the possibilities, the endless possibilities life and your practice have. And go ahead, lift the head, untuck the toes if you tuck them, walk the left hand forward, followed by the right. Walk the left hand underneath the right hand, and the right hand across the left. And go ahead, even out your shoulders here. Palms are down, elbows are straight. Let the head and the neck drop down onto that right tricep. Three more breaths. Notice where your thoughts are. Be aware of them. You always have that option to tuck your toes and press forward. But just breathe. Allow your upper back to release. We carry a lot of present day tension there, so just let it go. Breathe. And go ahead, untuck the toes. Start to walk the right hand forward, followed by the left. And bring your arms alongside your body, palms face up. Inhale, lift the back, lift the heart, roll the shoulders back and down, lift the arms, lift the feet, the locust pose. Keep lifting here, breathing, smiling. Rotate those inner thighs up towards the sky. Arms are straight. And then go ahead, lower down on an exhale, tap the forehead to the mat. On your next inhale, lift up. This time, if you want, you can interlace your fingers, reach the arms back and down, and breathe. Opening the heart, opening the chin, the throat, lifting the legs. And exhale, lower down. Arms come along the body, palms face up, big toes together, heels apart, left cheek to the mat this time, and breathe. And go ahead, come back forward. Bring the hands under the shoulders. Tuck the toes. Engage the legs. Lift the knees. Lift the quads. Gaze down. Inhale here. Exhale. Press up to plank. Arms stay nice and tight towards the rib cage. And exhale, down dog. Inhale, look forward. Hop or step to the top of your mat. And when you hop, you want to try and get your heels or your hips over your shoulders. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come all the way up to standing. Palms touch. Exhale, hands to the heart. And go ahead, bring your foot for tree pose. Lots of options here. Place your left foot on the mat. Lift your left toes. Feel all four corners of that left foot. Keep the pelvis tucking down. Inner thighs rolling back. So from here down is our roots of our tree. Then go ahead, take the left foot. Have your hands on your hips. Either the arch of the right foot is around the ankle, protecting our joints. The right foot's on the calf. Or we avoid the knee and lift the right foot up. Whew, sorry, it's hard to talk and do this. Right foot up into the thigh. And then open up the right hip. So the hips are forward, but that right leg is opening up. You can have your hands on your hips. You can have your hands at your heart. You can grow branches here. You can lift your arms nice and long and straight. And breathe. 4 more breaths. Pressing that right foot into the left leg into the right foot. Opening up that right hip. Shoulders are forward. And breathe here. 2 more breaths. Feel how strong your body is. Feel how healthy you are. Find gratitude in it. And then bring your hands together. Hands back to the heart. We're going to come out of it just as gracefully as we came into it. Nice. It's time to do the left side. Keep the right heel behind the second and third toes. Lift the right toes. Press all 4 corners of the feet into the mat. Lift the right arch. So from here you can have your hands at your hips. You can take the left foot so that the left arch is around the right ankle and you have balance, practicing opening up the hip here. Press into the mat and open the hip. Go to wherever you'd like. I'm all about doing you, so if you know where you're going, go ahead and go. The left foot can come on the left calf, or you can avoid the knee. Lift the left heel into the right thigh. Press the foot into the leg into the foot. Open up the hips here. Keep your heart forward. Keep your hips forward. Tuck the tailbone down. If you want, you can bring your hands to your heart. You can come into cactus arms. Or you can bring your hands high, straightening out the arms. And breathe. 4 more breaths. Feel how strong you are. Feel your courage, your bravery for being on your mat today. Bring your hands to your heart. Come out of it as gracefully as you came into it, wherever you are. We all need a little balance in our life, right? And go ahead and inhale, lift the arms high. Palms touch. Exhale. If you'd like, find a back bend. After those cobras, you should be a little more warm. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale to a nice long flat back. Hands on the shins or maybe up in front of the feet. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, plant the hands. Step the left foot back. Drop the left knee down. Untuck the left toes. Start to walk the right foot out to the outer edges of the mat. Keep dropping the left knee or the left hip. If you need blocks here, that's fine. We're in lizard lunge. So make sure that that left foot isn't sickling in or out. We want to make sure that the heel's in line with the second and third toe. Same in every pose, mostly. And rotate the triceps forward, lift the heart. If it feels a little uncomfortable for your foot still, you can take your right foot, the toes point towards about 2 o'clock, just to open the hip a little more. We want the right knee hugging the body here. We want the hips to stay square. And then from here, you can take a block. You have all of those options of the size. And you can lower onto the forearms. Still pulling the heart through, still breathing. This is one of my favorite post-run stretches because I get really tight in my hips after I run. You can always come down to the forearms, pulling that right knee into the body. If the right knee splays out, you can take the right arm around the right leg. So you go behind it and around, and then you take the left hand closer, interlace the fingers, and keep pulling the heart through. And breathe. Let the head hang. Shoulders are relaxed. Belly button pulls into the spine. One more breath. A little bit deeper if you can. Inhale, come back up to the palms. Take a breath here. See how your hips feel. Move the block if it's in the way. Start to walk the right foot over to the left. So we're coming into pigeon from here. We want that right knee behind the right wrist. And we want the left foot towards the left side of the mat. The more parallel your shin is to the top of your mat, the more you want the right foot flexed. Keep lowering the left foot down. So we're not on the right leg at all. And we're opening the hip. Inhale, lift the heart, lengthen. Exhale, lower down. So you can lower down onto a block again. Just letting the hips drop. If it's hard to get your left hip on the mat, you can place a block under your hip. Feel that support there. You can also place one under the right glute. And come down. You can come down on your fists, or maybe your hands. And breathe. Relax the shoulders. Relax the hips. Come back to that imagination. Come back to creating space. Whatever connects you to your breath, come back to that. And let every cell in your body feel that energy you're creating. One more breath. Inhale, come back up to the palms. Press into the hands. Tuck the back toes. Lift that back leg. Bring the right leg back to down dog. And you can start to walk it out. Bend one knee. Bend the opposite knee. Notice how your body feels from side to side. And lift the left leg high. Get a nice stretch in the left leg or the right hamstring. And exhale. Bring the left knee into the chest, step the foot in between the hands. Lower that right knee down. Untuck the toes. And start to walk the left foot to the left. Stay on the palms here at first. Lowering the right hip down, squaring off the hips, lifting the heart, rotating the triceps forward. If it's uncomfortable on this left side, take your toes to about 11 o'clock so the heels in, toes are out. Index fingers are forward, so stay here. And you know what's coming. Use that visualization of knowing that you can stay in the pose, focus on your breath, and be okay. Be comfortable in an uncomfortable situation with your breath. If you want to take the left arm around the left leg and bring the right hand to clasp it, you can. Like I said before, this is one of the deepest poses to get into your hips after you run, and it just makes it so you don't get all stiff in the hips. It's a great feeling. Let the head hang, the neck, the shoulders. Inhale, walk the hands back up. Coming into pigeon. Walk the left foot over to the right side of the mat. That left knee comes to the outside of the left wrist. Rotate that right hip down. Make sure that the right heel is in line with the right hip. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, fold forward. Fist stack, hip lowers, and breathe. Notice your breath, notice your thoughts. Don't judge them, just let them float by. Remember, you're in control. They're not in control of you. 2 more breaths. Notice how you feel, now that each side is balanced, how open you feel to possibilities. Inhale, walk your hands back up. And then exhale, roll onto the right, or the left hip, excuse me. Bring both feet forward, just like we did in the beginning. Have the feet down, press the metatarsals down so your feet are nice and rounded. Lift the heart. Have the hands behind the thighs, or maybe the arms out in front of you, palms face forward. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, roll down 1 vertebrae at a time. Bring your knees into your chest. Give yourself a hug. You can rock from side to side. And go ahead. Have your arms in a T shape, palms face down. Bring your knees over your hips. The feet are flexed. The toes are hidden behind the knees. Inhale here. Exhale, let the knees drop over to the right. So you can bring your hips towards the center more. Keep your neck in line with the spine. Feet are flexed. You can gaze over the left arm. You can take the right hand to the outside of the left thigh. Just make sure the shoulders stay on the mat before the knees touch. Lower the right hand down, palm down. Use the core. Inhale, come to center. Exhale, knees drop to the left. Bring your hips towards the right. Have the knees in a 90-degree bend. The neck's in line with the spine. You can look over your right shoulder. Both shoulders are on the mat. You can take your left hand to the right thigh. And go ahead and relax here. Maybe cheer yourself on for coming on your mat today. Giving back to you. Taking the time to be a little bit selfish on your mat so you can be selfless throughout the rest of your day. Lower the left hand down, palm faces down. Inhale, bring the knees back to center. Low back comes back to center. And then let the feet drop. So the heels go to the outer edges of the mat. Feet fall open. Bring the hands so that you have one hand on your heart, one hand on your belly. Relax the shoulders down. Keep the low back nice and long. Coming into Shavasana, every body part relaxes, every muscle. Relaxing the tongue from the roof of the mouth. Relaxing the forehead and the eyes, the chin, the jaw, the throat. every breath on your inhale, really feel the lungs and the belly rise. Feel your hands rise. And then with every exhale, feel the belly button pull to the spine, the lungs and the ribcage come in, and the hands fall. Just riding your breath like a wave. Imagine your breath coming up through the right foot, the right shin, calf, the knee, the quad, up into the hips, and then back down the left leg as you exhale, going down the thigh, the knee, the calf, the foot, the toes. And inhale, come up the opposite way, come up the left leg, into the hips. And exhale it all out the right leg. And just start to take deeper inhales and slower exhales. Start to notice the sunlight on your eyelids, breeze on your skin. Notice the smells around you. And go ahead, roll onto your right side in fetal position, using your right arm as a pillow. Use your left hand to press yourself up to a comfortable seated position, keeping the eyes closed if you'd like. Have the hands on your knees, palms facing down for a sign of turning inward, or maybe palms up for an open heart or an open mind. You bring your hands to your heart, plug your thumbs into your chest if you'd like. Remember, being in peace or feeling peace doesn't mean that there aren't noises or obstacles going on around you. It means that you have a calm in your heart amongst all those things. And it's always just one breath away. The light in me will forever ignite the light in each one of you. Namaste.